What is up, fellow Cybertronians? Welcome back to the Ian02 channel. My name is Ian, and today we are going to be looking at the SS105 Studio Series Deluxe Class Mirage. And oh my god, this guy is actually rubbish. I mean, I thought that the SS104 Studio Series Nightbird was bad, but this guy he knocks it out of the park as the absolute worst Studio Series figure that has ever come out in recent times. I mean, just look at it. How is this the best Mirage that Hasbro could do? I have no idea. Whoever designed this should definitely be fired from Hasbro and never ever allow them to touch Transformers ever again, because there is just so much things wrong with this figure that I feel like I have a brain aneurysm just trying to figure out where to start. But anyway, let's begin with the good things about this figure. The good things is that head sculpt on this guy is actually beautiful. This is the most realistic and most accurate head sculpt I think we'll ever see of Mirage, since the mainline figure comes with the mask. In fact, even on the box of the Studio Series, he has the mask. So I don't know what Hasbro is doing, because this is the Studio Series line. It's supposed to be the best of the best, the most accurate, and yet this is the quality that we get from it. It is actually disappointing. Alright, so head sculpt's good. The paint job on the car I think is very nice. That silver, the Porsche and all that is great. But even then, that's all the paint job you're gonna get, because there is like almost nothing on his robot mode. I mean, none of his details are painted. A little blue here and there, but that's about it. He is as grey as can be. I mean, if you look at his design, there are some gold pieces here and there, but on the Studio Series figure, you'll find no gold anywhere. None whatsoever. And that is extremely disappointing, because the paint job is probably the best thing about this figure. And that's like the only good thing I can say about it. The paint job and the head sculpt. Other than that, everything else is absolute trash. I mean, just in terms of accuracy, look at this guy. The amount of kibble on him is absolutely disgusting. I mean, how can you call this a Studio Series figure when he is like a fat, bulky Mirage as compared to what we see in the movie? And these legs are one of the ugliest things that I've ever seen. How this passed the QA process, I will never know, because it looks horrible. Right. This guy has so much kibble all over the place that, I mean, what is this supposed to be? What folding it? What's the point of folding it like this if they're just gonna stick out anyway? These bits on the shoulders, these things on the leg. If you're gonna have two pieces of kibble on the leg that is absolutely huge, why not just have one? I have no idea. This looks like an absolute mistake of a figure. And it's not just that there's a lot of kibble. The kibble also makes the articulation on this figure absolutely horrible. The arms have to be articulated in a certain way. The legs have the most horrible kibble. If I want to bend the knees, I will have to make sure that these two bits do not clash with each other, and they do not clash with this wheel that is below the knee. If not, he will not be able to bend the knee. Right? And even then, this is as much as you're gonna get. This is his maximum articulation for his knees. That is just absolutely horrible. Sure, he has a waist swivel, but you can't swivel because all of the kibble is blocking the way, so that's just a waste. His legs, of course, have some stupid articulation thanks to the design. I don't know what kind of ankle pivot this guy has, but it's horrible. It looks horrible. And if you look at his leg, the design doesn't even help him stand properly. A lot of times you're going to find that he's going to topple over because the weight distribution is not equal. So you've got kibble all over the place. Kibble in the official transformation, they're going to ask you to fold this in, but what is the point? it's just kibble sticking out anyway. It is so horrendous. I don't understand how this design was approved. So at the moment, this is the so-called official transformation, and because of this official transformation, you have a tie swivel that you can't swivel because it's being blocked by everything at the back, so that renders that useless as well. So overall, this guy has just really crap articulation. You can't really pose him in any dynamic pose because there's just kibble all over the place. It's disgusting. What I have done to sort of remedy the situation is I need to transform this in a different way, where I flip this out towards the back instead and lift everything out of the way so that he can get a little bit more tie swivel. Right, at least this can move. And you can pose him a little bit better without this giant door piece kibble blocking the way. You can also get some waist articulation from it. So the only drawback will be that you can now see that giant piece of kibble sticking out at the top of his head. But hey, it was there anyway. It's not like it went unnoticed. So yeah, this is the best I can get out of this figure, which is a shame because this guy was the breakout star from the movie, an absolute star in the Rise of the Beast movie. Finally, somebody overtaking Bumblebee, and this is the best figure that we can get from it, which is kind of sad because if you look at the mainline version, I've always felt that the mainline version was actually pretty good. The only thing you needed was a better color scheme and a face without the face mask. It would have been perfect. That's all they needed to do, but no. Instead, we got this guy, which I think is just worse. So, my theory about this guy is that the reason that this Studio Series Mirage, as well as the Studio Series Nightbird, have these awful backpacks, awful kibble everywhere, is because of the fact that they're trying to do this thing where the actual front of the car is as the actual chest piece of the figure, right? They don't want fake parts. They don't want replacement panels to sort of fit the actual design that we see in the CGI. So this makes it a lot harder to get a transformer for it to transform and get these parts in the correct position. If you notice that they tried very hard to get the front light onto his chest, as well as the wheels at the back of his arms, just like what we see in the CGI. And that is obviously going to be a difficult process because it's a deluxe size, and we all know Hasbro has their limitations in the way they design their figures. Same with Nightbird, because they want it to feel as accurate as possible without having fake parts or faux, I don't know what the term for it is, whatever parts to whatever panels to get an accurate design, like the mainline version, where if you look at his chest, these are all just molded onto the chest. Right? The actual lights are on the side of his arms. Okay. So in trying to do this, the transformation has become needlessly complicated, and as a result, we get all this crap on his back. Right? They have nowhere else to put all this nonsense, just to get certain things in the right position. So yeah, I think that is a big L from Hasbro. Right? And this guy is horrible. I feel like the person who designed this is a secret Bumblebee fanboy or Bumblebee worshipper who decided to purposely sabotage Mirage because, you know, Mirage took center stage in the Rise of the Beast movie instead of Bumblebee, and he was really upset about that. But anyway, that's what I have to say about this figure. This is the worst Studio Series figure from the Rise of the Beast line. I'm going to give him a 2, a very low 2 out of 10. This guy is bad. If you're not looking to complete your collection, I highly suggest you skip him. His transformation is horrible, his robot mode is horrible, the articulation is horrible, and the vehicle mode looks like a car made, although an accurate Porsche, but it looks like a Porsche that is made out of jigsaw puzzle because of all the panel lines that are all over it. So yeah, 2 out of 10 for me. But anyway, let me know what you guys think about this figure in the comment section below. Like, comment, subscribe and all that. I'll see you guys in the next review. Goodbye.